Okay, starting in 10 minutes approximately. I'm gonna put some French song for you in the meanwhile.
Mes chers, passionnément, j'ai mis tout mon cœur, toute mon énergie, toute ma force à son service, à votre service. Servir la France, c'est l'engagement de toute ma vie. J'aurais voulu, bien sûr, bousculer davantage les conservatismes et les égoïsmes pour répondre plus vite aux difficultés que connaissent certains d'entre vous. Mais je suis fier d'avoir conduit des réformes importantes pour garantir nos retraites.
Il est certain que j'ai eu un problème de ce point de vue. Et peut-être un peu par pudeur, c'est vrai. Je n'aime pas beaucoup me montrer, m'exhiber. n'aime pas beaucoup me montrer, m'exhiber.
Doucement vers le pays de mon enfance, vers ces tendre insouciance, et garder dans mon cœur, doucement vers le pays de mon enfance, vers ces tendre insouciance, et garder dans mon cœur. Doucement 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 doucement.
vrai combat de la France. Le bon combat de la France. C'est celui de l'unité. C'est celui de la cohésion.
Hello everyone. It's time to enjoy my good French accent. Hope you're going good tonight. So let me unmute on TeamSpeak. Okay, perfect. So I'm with others on TeamSpeak. You might hear my girlfriend in the back. Don't mind that. I'm sorry about it. But she's a bit loud, so. So on TeamSpeak with me I have Notebound, Spawn Matrix, Mackay, Bros, and Everett. I'm sure they will all say hello. Alright, so let me switch to the game. Okay, here we are. Perfect. So you should all see the game now. With night plate. Let me just get my notes so I know what I'm going to speak about. Alright. Give me 1 second and I'm back. Okay guys, so I'm going to quickly explain you what we're going to talk about today. First thing is going to be the tracking job, what has been in development for quite a while and still being developed. Then we're going to talk about unique items, which we have kind of deployed yesterday. Then I will let Everett talk about what's coming next with the UCP, and especially for properties and leasing. Then we'll get to the surprise 1 and then to surprise 2, which I will not reveal right now. So regarding tracking job, first part of the demo here, the tracking job is still in development, as you will see. Basically it's a huge amount of work. What I did is link every current businesses in the game to the job. So we will have players whose goal will be to deliver goods to the different businesses in the game, and they will do that through trucking companies that will be owned by other players. So basically, as an owner of a trucking company, you're going to have your trucks, and you're going to be able to use your trucks. So for example, if you have employees, they can use your trucks, and when they get paid after an order, the company will get some money from that. At the beginning, since there won't be many player-owned trucking companies, we will allow everyone to rent a truck at a generic company that will take a higher percentage of money. But we will see. If there is enough player-owned trucking company, we will just directly use them. So as you can see, I can have a lot of trucks. So I'm going to show you an example. You can either use your truck directly from your company, or you can just, as I'm going to do here for the demo, spawn a truck from one of the trucks that your company is owning. So as I am a good trucker, I can already drive all the vehicles here. So I'm going to choose the mule delivery. And then I can see which businesses need anything. So for example, I have a garage that is requesting car parts. They need 59 crates of it. It's been pending already for 24 days, so I guess the garage is closed for now. And then we have Jack's that is only 27 meters away that needs groceries. So we're gonna deliver things to Jack's. Then I choose my supplier. Right now I have test supplier or supplier. This one is really close. This one is a bit further, so we are going to go to this one to show you. Then it's telling me, okay, your order is for Jack's. If you deliver the amount of crates that your vehicle can deliver, in this case it's 5, you will be paid 4,000. But this will change, like the prices are just not balanced or anything yet. I will make them at the end. So I start with my truck and I'm going to the point where I have to pick up all the crates for it. Yeah, as I said, the 4,000 is not a fixed price. Like the price will be set by the businesses. Basically, you're gonna buy a crate for around 800 or something, and then the businesses, depending of the needs, can buy the crate for a higher price or not. So we are arriving at the supplier delivery area. So I'm just going to park the truck. Open the trunk and we're gonna get the crates. So here is the area where I'm gonna buy my crates. There are gonna be a lot of suppliers on the map depending of the components you wanna buy. So here I wanna buy some groceries and that's where I can buy them. Oh, the animation is bugged, of course. I know why. I'm gonna change my skin. I was talking with, I don't even remember who was telling me it would be good to get a yellow jacket skin, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to find a yellow jacket skin. And of course this is where the bug comes from. So let me change my skin. We're gonna cheat a bit. Yeah, this is live debugging. And we're going to go to get to the nearest clothing shop. Yeah, my map is completely fucked, I know. And perfect landing.
Why am I so tested?
Alright, so let's get the good skin. So, change skin, yes. I added a new confirmation at last update. So we're gonna take this one. Yeah, it's ugly, perfect. This is what we want. Alright, we're gonna take another vehicle to go back, since the plane's a bit complicated to use. Yeah, don't send PLM reports on me, please. Okay, we're almost back. And here we almost are. Vehicle is still here, that's good. Okay, perfect. All this for an animation. Okay, so we're gonna keep loading the crates in our truck. And of course run command. And here we go, animation is working fine now. So I have my grocery crate, I just load it in the truck. And I have three crate space in my truck, so we're just gonna fill it. I think my character just did a backflip or whatever. And one more crate. And we're good to go. So basically the crate system is a bit like what we have today at a very basic thing. Like with the component warehouse thing where you just buy a crate and go sell them at the businesses. But it's way more complex since now we have different vehicles with tracking and all businesses linked to it. Different kind of crates. Different kind of prices and all that. So we're gonna deliver those crates to Jack. Yeah, as I said earlier, the numbers like prices and all that, this is the last thing I do. Like I'm not doing the prices before finishing the script. So there is still a lot of work to do in the script, like I need to finish. For example, you're gonna be able to place where you want trailers in your tracking company to be, where you want all the trucks to spawn. Right now it's not fully finished. Okay, so here I am, and this is Jack. So as you can see, Jack is just an invisible business. That is fine for the test. Okay, so here it's very simple. Just for the stream, I'm going to spam sell my crate and unload. So basically you unload all your crates, you bring them inside the business. And this is done. So I finished my run. I can bring back the truck, leave it here. Or I can just use another truck to do another run. Yeah, as I said, the prices are not final. So next thing, there are different kind of deliveries. As you have seen, there is short haul, long haul. In this, for example, you have the fuel delivery. This one is also still in development, but I'm gonna show you how it's going at the moment. So the truck is here. I'm just going to pick up my trailer. Of course, I can't drive it for shit. And here we go. So since this run will be a bit longer because we have a bit more distance to do, I'm going to explain you at the same time some stuff that are coming next, especially about unique items. So regarding unique items, we pushed the update yesterday, which means that all your items yesterday were moved to a new system and converted. For example, if you had 5 pistols before on your character, yeah, just to show you, so this is what happens when you go at the point to load the fuel. So you can get out of the truck, you're expected to roleplay loading the truck and all that, which I'm not gonna do here. And after that, you just get back in the truck and you will unload everything. So as I was saying regarding unique items, so yesterday for example when we changed and updated the server, you could have had 5 pistols on your character. After the update it was 5 pistols, but it was 5 unique pistols, which means that all items are completely unique. They have their own properties, they have their own names. So to give you an example, and I'm going to spoil a bit the next thing, this is my inventory right now. In my inventory you're gonna see that I have some big white, which is some cocaine. So my cocaine have a name, and in the future with the new drug system that's coming, which will not be for 1.5 but for an update just after, you will be able to create some drugs and rename them yourself. You will maybe see already some drugs with some names in the game, thanks to faction management that will maybe supply some. And you can do the same for all items. Basically, with the phones, you're gonna have some iPhones, some Samsung, some everything. So regarding unique items, as I was saying, as you can see here, my combat pistol has a serial, which means that I bought it from the ammunition. It's registered to my name, and it's registered to 666 42 666. So if someone ends up with this gun, shoots someone, the cops will be able to know who shot. They will be like, if they find the weapon, they will be able to know who bought the weapon, and they will come looking for me. Yes, people will be able to use their private trucks for the script if the truck is owned by the trucking company. Okay, so as I was saying, hold on, just gonna lower the sound of the game a bit. Give me a second. Here we go. Okay, perfect. So we have unique items. We're gonna have unique phones, which means that now you're gonna be able to buy different phones at the shop. It could be burner phone or whatever. And you will have a number attached to this phone. So for example, here I have my iPhone with number 83641126. And if someone calls me on this number, I'm gonna see it exactly like you see it today in the game. So you're gonna receive SMS, receive calls, and you can have as many phones as you want in your inventory. You will always see the different calls, the different SMS. And to manage your phone, you're just gonna have to use set main phone, which will be a command in the menu, and you will be able to set a phone as a main phone to use the command on it, like to call someone or something like that. So I'm going to show you how the menu is gonna look. Like, it's still an early menu, but basically you can see your phones. You're gonna be able to see notifications. If the phone is off, for example, and someone calls you or send you an SMS, it's gonna show up on messages later and notification if it's a missed call. And you can set your main phone, of course, after that. So this is a new phone system that will come with 1.5. It's currently being developed by Westy after we finished unique items. So the unique items are going to allow us to do a lot of things for next update, and this is where it gets really excited, because no one else ever did it in a SAM server or RageMP server before. Like, all items are unique. We have approximately 1 million items now spawned today in the game, and it's going to increase and increase every day. But it allows us, for example, to start on forensics, which is something I've been speaking for a long time. You will be able, for example, to have fingerprints left on items. So the last person that touched the item without gloves, for example, would have their fingerprints on it. You would have striation marks on the bullet in the corpses, all those things. So for the forensic, it's going to be released a bit after 1.5. It's going to be its own update with a coroner office where we're going to see corpse with evidence in the corpse that you can pick up and analyze and all that. But the goal of this is also to offer new possibilities for illegal roleplay. What we're going to do is revamp the weapons. So you're going to be able, for example, to damage your weapon barrel if you want to modify your weapon's striation marks on the bullets. Okay, so here I'm unloading the full. So yeah, as I was saying, in the next update you're going to be able to modify the barrel of your weapon. It will damage it, so the weapon will be less efficient, of course, and maybe it won't work at all anymore. but you will be able to modify the striation marks and all that, so the cops cannot catch you if they collected the bullet, they collected the weapon, but they see the weapon is not matching in the end, whereas it was the weapon that shot, but it's not the same striation mark anymore. Okay, so here I finish the run for the tracking supplier with fuel. So regarding unique items, just checking what else I had to speak about that. So I spoke about weapon durabilities. Basically, your weapon will be efficient or less efficient if you clean it, if you unassemble it and all that on a regular basis to fully clean it. And it's also going to allow us to bring weapon attachments. So for example, you will be able to have silenced pistols and all that. So this is something we're currently working on for 1.6. A big forensic and weapon update will come, which will add many possibilities for all illegal role players. And coming with that is also the big drug revamp. We want to redo completely the drug system and how drugs are coming into the server. It's currently being drafted with illegal faction management, and we will soon have something more to talk about. But right now I cannot say much more about it. What else could come with unique items? We have also credit cards and keys, vehicle keys, for example, door keys. You will be able to unlock all your properties and vehicle with unique keys and share them and all that, create new keys. And for credit cards, it's going to allow us to have a credit card item with a bank account linked to it that you can use for your bank and all that. So a lot of exciting stuff with all this change. Now I'm going to let Everett talk about what's coming with the new UCP changes, and then we have two surprises for you, which one I will directly show you in game, and you will be able to kind of see it also on the live server after, but you will see in a few minutes. For now, we'll just let Everett show what he has to show us. So Everett, are you here? Yes, he's here. So Everett, let me just change my window on the UCP. Hold on. So hold on, Everett. Apparently we cannot hear you. So let me just configure my. So give me 1 second. Up filter. Okay, try to speak now, Everett.
Hello?
Can you hear him?
Is it better now?
Yes, it's better. So just
Alright,
let me change the window and we're good.
Okay. So sorry guys, no ASMR for tonight or today. I'm gonna speak a little bit about what is in plans for the UCP. So as I was saying, we're currently looking into improving the UCP in terms of user experience and automation. That includes automating different processes and bringing self-service features. When I say self-service, sorry, I mean, for example, being able to redeem your gold through the UCP without having to ask admins, being able to redeem certain groups, things like that, just to make things much more easier for you. And generally allowing you to do things on your own on the UCP without asking admins or having to wait for assistance and things like that. And also we're looking to make the UCP a bit more responsive in terms of user experience, looking to simplify different things, and we're looking to make things a little bit, a little bit more user-friendly when it comes to features that are unclear, when it comes to tutorials that we recently launched for new players to make them to make their lives a little bit easier in game on the UCP. Aside from that, we're recently putting a lot of effort into making the UCP a little bit faster. Certain pages that are slow are actively being looked into, and even pages that are already fast or with a reasonable speed, we're looking to make them faster. We're looking to make data handling a little bit more efficient to make things faster on the UCP, and eventually, as Nerva said, with a new item system, we're looking to make certain integrations into the UCP for different systems, and we're collaborating with our game developer staff to bring all sorts of features and sync with the UCP. For example, that you're going to see the property system, which Nervous will show you in a minute. Aside from that, we're also looking in making the UCP a little bit prettier. That is, we're actually in the process of looking for a front-end developer. Now, this is a great chance to actually say that if you like front-end, if you know CSS, HTML, any front-end language, feel free to apply. We're welcoming with open arms, sorry. And yeah, we're accepting people to our team. Aside from that, I just want to remind you guys that we have the UCP suggestions section open for suggestions at all times. Now, even if you have the craziest ideas, feel free to share them with us. We're going to, look into things even if they seem to be, let's say, unreal, even if they seem to be crazy. We're always looking for new things. We're open to create new features. We're open to integrate different features for the UCP. So feel free to open your minds and suggest whatever. Now, we have a few surprises for you. One of them is the property system, which we're going to integrate into the UCP. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this system from the forums and put it into UCP. Now, we'll do it for a few reasons. First, it's going to be a little bit more user-friendly. There's going to be a process that you're going to be guided through an interface that you see right now in front of your eyes. And Nervous will show you in a moment how the workflow looks like. Second, the process will be much more efficient and faster for you. Means that, things won't be forgotten. The property management staff will constantly look over the section. You'll be able to see the status of your request. And also, everything is synced. Means that you won't need to wait for, getting the in-game, things like that. Everything will be synchronized, everything will be lifetime, everything will be much faster. And this is one of our plans. So, as you see right now, this is how the request a property form looks like. It's, as you can see, it's a pretty user-friendly workflow. You basically go ahead to the section on the sidebar. You'll have the option to choose request a property. Here you start filling out your information. Nervous, you can fill out random stuff.
Mm-hmm. I am filling random stuff.
All right. It's kind of laggy for me, so tell me when you did it.
And I'm on the second step.
Super. So we got a little nice interface over here in which you can scroll through interiors. It's not shown on this current stream, but you'll also have a drop-down menu that you can choose an interior. So you won't have to, if you already know what you want, you won't have to, scroll through the interiors until you find one. You can just select. You'll be just able to select the interior. And of course, as I said before, everything is automated. Everything will be synchronized with the game. And everything's gonna be fast. Everything's gonna be real time to make things more friendly for you. And on this opportunity, I also wanna say thank you to Mike and Franel that they did the main stuff on the property system on the website. So they worked hard and did a great job, as you can see. And we worked very closely with the property management team, with Pascal especially, that really he featured all of the system and he made the game side of the system. And he has a great vision regarding that. So great job, everyone. And aside from the property system, we also have a little surprise regarding one of the things that also a lot of people used. And let's say it was not very functional. And this is Face Browser, and now Nervous will tell you a little bit more about it and show you some stuff.
Yes, thank you very much, Everett, for all the work on the UCP that you're constantly doing. It's really some amazing work, so thank you, everyone. So I'm going to show you indeed the new Face Browser. As you know, the old one was really slow. We tried to move it to a new server, we tried to move it again to another new server, and unfortunately it was always failing because it was always super slow. So we had to use a new engine to make it. So I am sorry, everything that is on the old Face Browser will be wiped and will not be recovered for the new Face Browser. So it's something completely new that you have to redo an account because the engine is really completely different. But at least this time it's super fast and it's really way better than what it used to be. We also contracted with Amazon to host all the storage on the cloud, because the old issue we had with Face Browser was that you guys were using a lot of storage and a lot, sharing a lot of videos and pictures. So everything is now hosted on Amazon, and it will be way easier for us because we have all the application hosted on our server, on the dedicated server, but all the storage thing is hosted on Amazon. So I'm gonna show you how it works. You can see the home page here. Yep, I was failing in my password, and I log in. And here we go. So this is a new Face Browser. As you can see, it looks a bit like the old, but it's even with more features and even better. There is even a night mode that I just always use basically, which looks really cool. And you can have, for example, you have a marketplace where some people can sell their cars. This is what I linked the other day in the Discord, so you can just sell some product directly here and contact the character directly in the game to buy it. It's really fast, like I can go anywhere and it will load super fast. You can upload videos, upload pictures, upload anything you want. So we'll just yes, you have reactions too on pictures. So we're gonna give an heart to GT Williams. You have pages, you have books, you have whatever you want. This is my page, for example. Yes, you can get Face Browser directly on the website. As announced a few months back, we completely changed how Face Browser worked with this, and it's going to be maintained directly by me instead of being maintained IC, because we had some problems where some people who wanted it IC couldn't get the administration for obvious reason and for personal data reasons. So I'm gonna keep the full ownership, and I developed it myself, and I will keep developing it myself. So now next to the face browser, the new face browser is gonna be accessible just after this stream. I'm going to change the link and you will be able to register. So it's going to be here in 30 minutes or something, and you will be able to get on it directly. So I'm going to get back in the game because I have few things to show you as the last surprise. One of them is something that Pascal has been working on for a while. I cannot show you today because it's not fully finished and it requires to be fully finished to be shown. But you're soon gonna be able to. Oh yeah, let me show you that. Like, there's even the instant chat here, and you can share pictures, and even you even have voice chat if you want. Anyway, back on the game. Here we go. So Pascal has been working on two things. He recently joined the development teams like a few months ago, and he has been working on the ability to give you to import your map. So you're gonna be able to map something on a map editor out of the game and import it directly in the game. Property management will review your map import and accept it for your property. So it's gonna make it way easier for you if you want to do some big furnishes work. You're just gonna be able to import your map directly in the game. Second thing is what I'm going to show you today, which is also something really cool, and you're going to be able to experience it in game directly live after that. So here I'm entering the clubhouse. If you remember the old clubhouse interior, it was with invisible walls and all that, and now it's full and fully spawned. So you can see the interior working pretty well. So it's not only new interiors. Basically what we did is give you access to change interior variants, and you're gonna be able to enable and disable things. So for example here I just disabled the walls, so this is kind of the old interiors, and I enabled them again. So you're gonna be able to do that on at least 60-70 interiors that are compatible with this system. I can change, for example, you see the cache disappearing here. You can just put a small pile or a medium. Then I put the big again. Same thing for the width and all that. So this is an example for the clubhouses. Like there is a lot of really cool looking clubhouses now with this system. I'm gonna show you a few other interiors, and we're gonna spawn them together. So here is a wheat farm interior, for example. So as of today, this is what we have in the game. So I just go here, and I can start spawning some equipment, security, some witchers. Just gonna keep adding all the equipment. So here we have wheat growth as stage 1. You can just choose basically based on your roleplay what you want to roleplay, what you will spawn. So you can just make all the furnitures happier on that. I'm going to show you some other interiors, especially one interior that is really cool looking now, and that many of you have been requesting for a while. So let me just find the entrance because I lost it. Oh, here it is. Nightclub. So I guess a lot of you have been asking for After Hours nightclub. Up, here is one working fine, and you can directly use them in game too with this system. So we're gonna be able to change every nightclubs to new interiors like that. So I think the stream may be a bit lagging for you, I don't know. So for example here, we can completely change the lights. So here are all the style of nightclubs you can have. I'm gonna turn off all the lights, for example.